most recognized constellations by ancient civilizations. Ancient Sumerians linked the constellation to a terrifying monster known as the Humbaba the Terrible. This creature was the guardian of the cedar forest where the gods lived. It had the head of a lion, sharp scales on its back, bull's thorns on top of its mane, vulture claws, and 2 snakes attached to its body. In ancient Greece, the constellation was actually a lion sent by Hera to kill Hercules. However, the hero tricks the lion and kills it. The goddess appreciated the lion's bravery and effort and placed it in the stars as Leo, the constellation. So, the phrase for Leo is, I will. Leos are the kinds of people who are sure of themselves and sometimes too confident. They do not doubt their abilities, so they know they can put them into existence when they want to achieve something. Of course, this does not always work because this is real life. However, the confidence and optimism are admirable. These individuals are also creative. They love to brainstorm and create all the time. So no wonder their key phrase is I will. They all bring things into existence all the time just by being their creative selves. Leos can be determined when they want to be. This key phrase speaks volumes without their willpower. The strength of a Leo is they're confident, they're creative, generous, kind, loving, natural leaders, and passionate. Their weaknesses, they're arrogant, egotistic, immature, rigid, and selfish. Their pet peeve is feeling used, feeling unheard and unseen. This ruling constellation is ruled by the sun and rules the ego, identity, personality, life force, creativity, authority figures, and fathers. The sun has rulership over this constellation. This makes Leos creative and full of life. Think of Leos as sunflowers. They always want to be facing the sun and in the spotlight. Leos love expressing themselves, but to do so, they need an audience who will see them. Leos are also generous, caring, artistic, and loving, which are not well-known facts about them. They have ego battles and often get into trouble with authority figures. Their ego makes them seem immature, putting them in an uncomfortable situation with others. Sun sign. Leo sun signs are full of life. They like to entertain, lead, and inspire others. They are sociable, surround themselves. They are sociable and surround themselves with like-minded people. Leos are creatives, so they will most likely spend time with creatives. helping others and are usually generous with their time and energy. They also relish being the center of attention, so they are guilty of leading conversations, talking most of the time, or talking over others. They can be a bit manipulative when they want to get their own way, not to mention a bit passive-aggressive. They are also childish and stubborn at times, but some Leos grow out of it. Speaking of age, young Leos tend to be egotistical, arrogant, and self-centered. However, when they are awakened to their truth, they work with themselves to change qualities. I'm laughing to myself because my client husband is a Leo, and I notice a lot of these traits in him as I read this. Their moon sign. Leo moons are unapologetically themselves. They are passionate beings who love to create and work on their skills. They are very loving and can make incredibly supportive friends. They have this bold personality that attracts others to them like a magnet. They have a lot of inner light to share with the world, but only when they are ready. They do like to be the center of attention, but with their selected people, they are also very creative. They always have a unique perspective that makes their creativity and whatever they create stand out. They are also hopelessly romantic. They love being in relationships, both platonic and non-platonic ones. They love showering their loved ones with attention and gifts. Truly, these human beings have a lot of love to share with the world. Their rising sign. Leo risings are fun, loving, and caring. Of course, this is Leo, so you know this individual loves to be in the spotlight. Not only do they like to be the center of attention, but they also somehow find themselves in situations where the spotlight is on them, and maybe the spotlight likes them too. They are artistic and creative, and they look it. They are also generous and do not mind giving other people their time and energy. These people might struggle with their self-image and vanity, and might create a persona just so they never look bad in front of anyone. They need to accept themselves as they are so they can get rid of the unnecessary ego battle. The next fire sign is passionate Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. This sign is the only constellation given a weapon as a symbol, which has given rise to many queries regarding the chosen image. The story behind this symbol dates back to the Sumerians, who named the constellation after the god Papilsag. Scholars decoded this name and found that it translates to the archer. Babylonians also assigned the constellation to their god Nergal, who was described as a centaur with wings and a fiery bow. This explains why this constellation depicts a centaur that is hunting something. But what is it hunting? According to Greek mythology, the centaur was a warrior who was sent after Scorpios to avenge Orion, who was murdered by a Scorpio's sting. The archer is aiming for Antares, which is said to be Scorpio's red heart. This begs the question, does this mean that the Sagittarians are inherently revengeful? No, they are more defenders of moral codes than vengeful beings. However, it is not this simple. This chapter will analyze Sagittarian qualities and persona in depth. The key phrase to a Sagittarian is, I understand. Sagittarians are known. Sagittarians are knowledge seekers. They are thinkers, debaters, and are unafraid to wander into the unknown. They spend time thinking of abstract concepts or learning about them. More importantly, they do not reject any new idea that comes their way, no matter how unconventional it is, and as long as it does not violate their moral code, they will accept it. They like to think about the spiritual realm and wonder about the things that exist beyond our knowledge. They might meditate, travel, or experience spiritual experiences so that they understand and be connected to the spirit world. The strength of a Sagittarius is that they are adventurous, fun, humorous, optimistic, philosophical, spiritual, spontaneous. Their weaknesses: they lack structure, overindulgent, preachy, prone to boredom, undiplomatic. In their pet peeves: clinginess, stinginess. Ruling planet: the planet of good fortune, Jupiter, rules the sign. Astrologers describe Jupiter as the king of kings. It is known for its generosity and infinite wisdom and blesses humans with good luck, knowledge, and travel opportunities. Astrologers also describe this planet as an advanced version of Mercury because it rules the abstract mind. The sign is capable of breaking down and understanding complicated concepts. Their sun sign: these folks look for things that can make their lives meaningful and worthwhile. This is why they are avid travelers, adrenaline junkies, and love taking up any new opportunities. They are cultured and concerned with abstract topics. To them, learning is a valuable experience like any other, and is necessary to expose oneself to knowledge whenever it is possible. These individuals are social creatures, so they might have friends everywhere they go. They might be a bit self-centered and self-serving. However, mature Sagittarians know better than to fall into these pit holes. The more the Sagittarius sun understands the workings of the universe and spirit, the more they will open themselves up for service. They will be helping people in any way they can, and they will express gratitude for the blessings and good opportunities they have been given. The moon sign. The moon sign Sagittarian is an optimistic ray of sunshine. They often find the good side in everything. When they are feeling down, their brain automatically thinks about that good that came out of that situation. They can be a bit insensitive because they are truth seekers and their words are often sharp and blunt. These natives do not mean to hurt others or have ill intentions, but they think that the truth should be prioritized over everything else. So understand that this person needs this space and freedom. These people are goal-oriented, and although their approach can be a bit unconventional, they sometimes lack the structure and dedication to actually get to their goal. Yet their optimistic hearts do not look at these details. They believe they will reach their goal by using their own methods. New experiences and traveling can cheer up these natives when they are feeling down. However, they need to find balance between running away from problems and traveling to catch a break. Otherwise, their coping mechanism will prove ineffective after a while. Rising sign. Sagittarius risings are some of the most outgoing and adventurous people you can meet. They are fun and spontaneous, and it is really boring to be with them. In terms of physical attributes, they have pointy noses and look smart. They are optimistic and goofy and have a smile on their faces most of the time. These individuals have a lot of opinions and insight about various topics. A conversation with them could last for a very long time because you will never run out of things to talk about. People view them as intelligent, highly educated, and intellectual people. Others admire them, and Lady Luck seems to be taking care of them in life. When Sagittarius' risings are feeling low, they cheer themselves up by finding something funny in a situation or by looking at things with more positive eyes. The last of the fire sign is Aries, the leader. March 21st to April 19th. The ram symbolizes this constellation, which is a pure connection, given how feisty and stubborn rams can be. Ancient civilizations, however, associated this constellation with various symbols and gods. For instance, ancient Babylonia recognized the constellation and named it the Hired Man. They noticed that they ate rams and sheep. Would multiply in number whenever the constellation was visible in the sky. Ancient Egyptians also recognized the constellation and linked to Amun, the god of the sun, who was depicted as a human figure with a ram's head. They believed the sun would be at its peak power whenever Aries was in the sky. In ancient Greece, Nephele, the goddess of clouds, wanted to save her children from being slaughtered, so she sent a flying ram to save them. The ram managed to save one of her children, and as a token of appreciation, the goddess sent it to the heavens, where it became the constellation that we now know as Aries. The phrase for an Aries is I am. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. They are in a constant state of finding out who they are and then feeling sure of themselves. From an astrological point of view, Aries is a child just gaining consciousness. They are concerned with everything to do with themselves. This is why they can be a bit selfish and childish at times. They are just like how a child would act when they are still gaining this sense of self. However, because Aries are children at heart, they are also lovers of all that is new. They get easily excited and always look forward to going on adventures and exploring uncharted territories. The strength of an Aries constellation is ruled by Mars, which rules energy levels, vitality, sex drive, sex, desire, libido, aggression, dominance, war, and violence. This fiery planet gives Aries its passionate and intense nature. Aries has a reputation for being hot-tempered, stubborn, and impatient. These individuals are self-assured, confident, sensual. Mars gives them this kind of confidence that makes them sure of themselves and feel comfortable in their own skin. Of course, this is if Mars is in a favorable position in the natal chart. Aries is bold and fierce. They are not afraid to speak their minds or fight back when needed. They might hurt people with their sharp words when they are not defending themselves. Sometimes their words are subtle, but they still hurt. However, this is just a fiery Aries when they are snappy, moody, and or defensive. The sun sign. Aries are freedom-loving, adventurous beings. They are direct, honest when they want to be. They have a childish side that wants to roam around and explore. But this comes in with the burden of having to carry responsibilities, which they are not fond of. They have bold personalities and they love beginning or starting new projects in their lives. They might not complete them, but they get excited about their new endeavor that they convince themselves that they will complete it this time. Aries are determined beings, though, so if they really set their minds to it, they could finish the project. They are fun to be around and love taking their friends on new adventures. They can be a bit impulsive and impatient at times, but this gets better with age. They also like to engage in healthy competition. They are full of energy, so they spend their time exerting their energy on physical or mental activity. They also like to fill their days with activities and tasks because they despise feeling bored. The moon sign. The Aries moon signs are adventurous, spontaneous beings. They are passionate about the people and the things they love. They have all the determination in the world to chase and achieve the things they want in life. They are a bit hot-tempered and easily irritated by inconveniences. One of their best qualities is their clarity about their wants and needs. This kind of clarity makes them feel accomplished and well-rounded human beings. These people are infamous for acting on their emotions. They sometimes result in complicated situations because of their impulsiveness. They also fight back a bit too hard when they are confronted. They are capable of hurting someone in the heat of the moment and then regretting it later if they are not too proud to admit it to themselves. Rising sign. Aries ascendants are children at heart. They are full of energy, enthusiasm, and life. They like to stay physically active because otherwise they will be fidgety and irritable. They could be a bit immature, but they mean well. They are adventurous and love all things new. They are confident and comfortable in their skin. They have a good sense of themselves and are sure of who they are. They can be impulsive and a bit selfish sometimes, but you have to remember that Aries risings can sometimes be little kids. One of the things they might want to work on is their compassion. Sometimes they are so rooted in their reality that they forget that there are other people around them. So guys, that's it for the zodiac signs. Yeah. I mean, the book was okay, but I felt like the sun, moon, and rising, I felt like there's really no significant difference in that. 6 house and all of that. I don't really know anything about that. So, if you guys want to get this book, it's on Amazon, and it is called, I know this is backwards, but it's called The Zodiac Signs, and it's by Sylvia Hill. Yeah. So that's it for this video today, guys, and I hope that you enjoyed the zodiac signs readings. Hope you guys having a good day. It's very cold outside. I went outside and I went to Marshall's because I needed some more slippers, and I needed that's really all I needed. But I needed, that's all I needed. But I ended up picking up other shit that I didn't necessarily need, but I got it anyway. Maybe I should do like a little later on tonight. I'll do like a little shopping haul, and I show you guys what I brought from Marshall's, like one of my favorite stores. Yeah. So that's it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoy,